What's up, guys? So, in the past, I made a video on how to set up Dolphin, which is a GameCube and Nintendo Wii emulator. Well, I'm gonna do it again technically. Just this one is gonna be already set up, and I'm gonna show you how to make your games look as good as I can get, depending on what system that you're using. So, if you're using Dolphin on a lower end computer, uh, this probably won't work for you, but I will suggest some settings that you can try to get it to work better. And then if you're on a higher end computer, like 3060, a RTX 3060 and up, or a AMD graphics card. I don't know what uh, I don't know what versions AMD has, but um, yeah, my graphics card is a NVIDIA RTX 3060. I was about to say 3090. So uh, I do got the magnifier on because I'm trying to make this tutorial a little bit more friendly for visually impaired people. So uh, I'll probably do another one with the screen being normal. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see how this one works. So first off, you want to go to wherever your emulator is stored. And here we go. Because I haven't used Dolphin in a while, it's probably going to ask me to update. We'll see. Yep, it's going to ask for an update, which is fine because, like I said, I haven't been on it in a while. So we just got to wait for it to finish updating. And there we go. And I think it will open back up again. Oh. Did they make it where it supports dark mode now? Okay. I have no complaints. But anyway, um, if you notice, I have no games, and that's because I gotta tell Dolphin where the games are. Calm down, computer. I'm not even doing anything. um, and actually, let me just check something really quick. Interface. Oh, yep. The path changed. That's right. Okay. That's why it's not showing. So I'm gonna remove this old one. But yeah, if you wanna make your games, show, you wanna go to config over here, click this little icon right here, and then when you get this menu, it'll most likely be on general. Just go over to where it says paths, go down and click on add, and then that's where you're gonna navigate. You're gonna navigate to where your games are. And then hit select folder. And now, when we close this, because that's literally all we're gonna do with this menu right here. But now when we close this, we have our GameCube games, minus the ones that I haven't extracted yet. And then if you go to view and you go to this section right here, you can click on where it says grid view, and then you get this nice little grid view. And really quickly, because I actually forgot about this part, go to config again, and you want to go to general, and if you want the box art for the game, then you want to click on, where is it? Is it in general? No, it's not in general. Interface. Here we go. So you want to go to interface, and then go down a little bit, and you'll see an option that says download game cover from GameTDB.com. So you want to click on that, and then when you close out of this window, now we have the box art instead of just the little banner icons that you would normally see if you were playing the GameCube games on the Wii. So that's pretty cool. They're not the highest of qualities, but that's fine. Now we're gonna start setting up the graphics. We'll do the controls too, in case this is your first time setting it up. So you want to click on the graphics icon. It looks like a little computer monitor. And then on here, on the very first option, you want to hit whichever one. This one is mainly personal preference. You might have to change it depending on the game that you're playing. But at this point, you shouldn't have to change it too much. In fact, you would be good with either Direct3D 11, 12, or Vulkan. OpenGL is mainly only used if you don't have a dedicated graphics card. This one purely relies on the CPU instead of the GPU. So I'm gonna leave mine on Vulkan, and at which point, if you have more than one graphics card, just pick which graphics card that you want to use. Since I only got the one, that's all that's gonna show up for me. Aspect ratio, you can leave that on audio, or if you really want it to be widescreen, you can set it for force 16:9, or if you want to keep that classic look, you could do force 4:3. But like I said, just keep it on audio. I said audio. Just keep it on auto, and you should be fine. And if the game supports widescreen, it should automatically change to widescreen, or it might ask you if you want to switch to widescreen or not when you boot up the game for the first time. You can also choose if you want to start in full screen or not from here as well. VSync, that one is a personal option. You can turn it on or you can leave it off. Up to you. Let me see. The rest of these options, you can leave as is. The only one that you want to change as far as the shader compilation is this one right here. It says compile shaders before starting. So you want to hit that, and basically that will grab all of the textures and shaders and stuff that it needs for the game before the game starts, and that should minimize any stuttering or skipping or anything. Alright, then if we go to enhancements, this is definitely going to be personal preference. So if you have a high-end computer, you could probably go all the way up to you could probably go all the way up to 4K. They also have 5K, which I've never seen a monitor that does 5K. So I mean, if you want to do 5K, you can. Oh nope, it goes up to 8K. Holy cow! I think there's only a handful of monitors that I've ever seen that does 8K, and one of them is like super expensive, and it comes from Apple. So if you are your average Joe that don't have like the fanciest monitor or TV, I would say at the most you could do 4K. And if it still stutters for the people that are on a low end computer, you could probably crank it down a little bit until it starts to play smoothly. So I'm gonna do, because I got my monitor set for 1440p. So that's what I'm gonna set mine for. Technically, I am using a 4K monitor, but for some reason, I have this issue with my computer where it'll kind of freeze every so often when I'm using 4K. So I just do the next one down, which is 1440p. Now, as far as anti-aliasing, this one is also personal preference. I'm gonna go. I would suggest you do either ×4 SSAA, or if your computer can handle it, ×8 SSAA. And for you low-end computer users, I would go from none all the way up to times 8 MSAA. And then just change it in between until you find a sweet spot for that one. So I'm going to put mine on this one, 8 times SSAA. Texture filtering. Texture filtering is not super necessary, but you can choose whichever one you think looks the best. I'm gonna try 16 times. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that word because I'll probably butcher the heck out of it. Output resampling. This one I'm not 100% sure what this one does fully. So I'm gonna just leave that one at default. And then it says then you got color correction if you need that, which you shouldn't need it, but post-processing effect. You got different options for that. It even has support for HDR. That's interesting. I'm gonna put mine at FXAA. Let's see how that fares. And then everything else down here. Everything else down here is just leave it at default because a lot of this stuff people don't really mess with anyway. But you can if you want to. Just remember what the settings were on before you go changing it. Like I would take a screenshot before you change anything so you could put everything back the way it was if it doesn't work out. Oh yeah, and for you low-end computer users, I would leave this one, the post-processing. I would just go ahead and leave that on off. Just leave it on off so you don't have to worry about that. Let's see, and then I think that's it. The stuff that's down here at the bottom is more or less for the Wii side. Oh no, nope. This is for if you have a 3D monitor. Which, do they even still make those TVs or monitors anymore? I'm not sure. And then hacks. This is where you can add, I think This is the one where you can add custom textures, if I remember correctly. Let me see. External frame buffering, other. No? I thought this was the one where you can add custom textures. Maybe that's a different version of Dolphin, like an older version. And then if you go to advanced, I would leave everything in advanced alone. Just don't change anything unless you absolutely have to. I have never had to mess with these settings, so yeah, just leave these be. And then after that, you should be good to go. So, let me make sure my controller is still set up for this. And it looks like it is. Alright. I do have to reset my system though. Or not my system, but I have to reset my emulator. And oh, Steam is already closed. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna show you what will happen if I open the game with the settings that we have. So it looks like it does everything in the background now, where it gets all of the textures and stuff. Actually, why is my controller still not working? Why isn't it letting me change anything? There we go. That's why. So I do gotta remap. I gotta remap some of these. Hold on. What the what? There we go. Okay. Oh, and we gotta do the D-pad. That's right. Okay. Looks like the analog stick is working now like it's supposed to. Alright. So now we have both sticks working. Now, I mentioned this in my old video, and I'm gonna mention it in this one as well. When you're mapping your uh, when you're mapping your triggers, make sure you do both the L, R, and the L analog and the R analog. You can set those. You can set these two to the same buttons. This is to enable analog input when playing certain games, such as uh, Super Mario Sunshine or Metroid. Because if you don't do that, those games are going to be a little bit harder. And now, since I set those up, if I apply just a little bit of pressure, you can see that it's going up with the more pressure that I apply to it. And then when I finally get up to the top, it registers as a full press, which is what you want. Alright, so now we got that set up. And then the motor is optional. You don't have to have rumble if you don't want it. But if you do, all you have to do is select motor, and then hit select on the side, and then you can test it. And if your controller vibrates, that means that it's working. So we can then hit OK, and we're good to go. Alright, now we can hit close, or actually, let me see. I think I have a profile actually. So we're gonna select that, and we're gonna hit save. If it'll let me. Okay, yeah, never mind. So we'll just hit close. Then close this one. And now I'm going to turn off the magnifier. We're going to start this game. And now, ooh, hold on. That's going to be loud as heck. And now we can play the game. And as you can see, Mario is looking pretty good. Oh, and I just died. But it's okay. So yeah, I went to training, but yeah, you get the idea. that animation, oh my gosh. How do I oh, I was pressing the wrong button, that's why. Okay. So Smash works. We'll do one more. Let's do what is this other game? Oh yeah, F-Zero. Yeah, let's do F-Zero. He saw a little window pop up just for like a split second. But because we have all of the shaders and stuff loading before the game starts, it should minimize all skipping and stuttering and stuff like that. Oops. So we'll just start a race here real quick. We'll just pick the blue Falcon. I'm not gonna do the whole cup, obviously, but we'll do the first race at least, or at least a lap or two. And just look, this game looks really good. Oh, I didn't know you could actually spin on this one. could do that in F-Zero X. You could spin. Gotta figure out how to boost. I don't know how to boost on this game. Oh, there we go. Oh, snap! Well, I guess that's the way to end the video. I didn't think that could actually happen, but yeah, it did. So yeah, and actually, no, I demonstrate Super Mario Sunshine real quick as well, because that one, for you low-end computer users, I'm telling you now, Super Mario Sunshine is going to be kind of difficult to run. And I know from experience, okay? Let's see, do I even have a... Ooh. I guess I don't have a save on here. I thought I did. Fun fact about this game, though, is the cutscenes on the re-release on the Switch have been cropped and zoomed in a little bit. So some cutscenes are gonna look kind of weird. If you ever play the Switch version. Actually, scratch that. You can't play the Switch version anymore because they only made it in limited quantities. Unless you get it from somewhere. Get it used or something. Alright, so we had a little bit of a stutter, but nothing too bad. But I have to say, the colors on here look very vibrant and just super bright. Itchy, itchy, itchy. And I just noticed that you could actually see Mario's reflection. in here, so I don't know if that's actually legitimate, like ray tracing or not, but I don't think it is. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can totally see Mario's reflection. That is actually really cool. All right, we'll take out this boss real quick, and then we'll call it on the video. So on this version, you can't move and spray at the same time unless you like gently tap on the trigger, which was kind of cool. That was a nice little touch. And there we go. That is the demonstration of Dolphin on pretty much max settings, pretty much. But like I said, if you're someone that's on a low end computer and you was following along, um, just dial back some of the settings until something clicks and it starts playing correctly. So, hopefully you found this useful. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are looking to get up to 1,000 subs. And don't forget to join my Discord. I can help you with any issues that you may have there. You can also comment down below if you have any issues, and I'll try to respond as quickly as possible and help you out with that as well. But yeah, that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.